What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Sneaker History Podcast. Just myself and Mike today. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Just chilling, dealing with this bipolar weather we have here, but it's all good. How about you?
I'm good. It's funny because before I said "What's up, man?" or "What's going on, man," I was like, "Don't say man," because I say it in the beginning of every episode. But here we are. It's gonna be a fun episode. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk Jordans, but we'll get to that in a moment here. We're gonna start off with just a simple question for you, Mike. What
Yes,
you been
sir.
rocking and what you looking to cop?
Yeah, man. Well, what I was rocking, I thought it was an arm length away, but it's not, so hold on. Here we go. Just a little extra stretch needed. But been wearing these. I've been like wearing these like they're going out of style, but it's that ZX 4004D. Dude, either just easy to put on or super comfortable, so been getting most of my wears lately. What I'm trying to cop, you know, aside from that, the natural gray Jordan 1, of course everyone and mom wants. One kind of out of the ordinary shoe I like, if the quality matches the pictures, but it's that popcorn or movie theater inspired Air Force One. Just looks really good for some reason. And it's one of those, like, if I see it on sale, I think I might try to copy it eventually.
Nice. That's a really good choice. And it's good not to get your hopes up with the neutral gray one. So
Yeah. Meh.
reasonable expectation. I had to think about shoes. I haven't worn anything in a couple days. I wore my neon Air Max 95s to Home Depot to get some paint. That was a couple days
Nice.
ago. I'm gonna roll with that. Um, if you could smell what my house slippers smell like, my little Hanes house slippers, bro, I throw these things out regularly because it's like I'm sitting in the house all day. I get stressed out at work or something, and my feet start sweating. I don't have socks on, and it's not a good look. It
Disposable,
smells
bro.
super. I mean, of course they are. They're $25, so I was like, that's exactly
Yeah.
why I buy the cheap ones and not like a Kith pair or anything. But wearing shoes, even in 2021, is hard. They probably think I'm dead. I haven't. It's just I go in there sometimes and I spend some time with my shoes. I'll go and like take one out of the box and it sounds weird. I'll pet it, like touch the
That's like this.
materials. It is what it is. I pet it. I talk to it. I'm kidding. But no, man, it's just weird. I don't really wear shoes and they keep piling up. I'm thankful for them still coming. But man, I need to start making a concerted effort to rock them because I'm looking to cop what I've been seeing Kyle Kuzma wearing for the past couple weeks now. The J. Cole 2, as I'm calling it. The new
Dude.
Puma J. Cole. The black and
Yeah.
yellow, this gives me like the perfect, obviously Wiz Khalifa vibes, but like Bumblebee from Transformers. It's
Nice.
just so much black and so much yellow in this debut colorway that it works. If it was any less
Yeah.
black or any less yellow, the vibe would be off. These are just
Yeah.
really
Two
tough
extremes.
looking. Yeah, that's what I'm looking to cop here.
Nice, dude. Yeah, yeah. I like that one as well. Yeah, good stuff.
The delicious shoe. But we have a review, so happy times.
We do.
Round of applause
Yeah.
around my big ass microphone. This round of it.
I'll clap.
We got one. So if you're listening, if you're a new listener, a long time listener, doesn't matter. If you have the time, please go drop us a review on Apple iTunes. It helps us so much. Mike, go ahead and hit us with the good news.
All right. So this one's from Mike HHHGGFG. If there's a way to say that, please let us know. But that's how I'm going to read it today. But it says consistent, entertaining, and informative. 5 stars. The discussion from the sneaker history crew is always entertaining, and you will learn something new about the industry, a brand, line, or particular model every episode. And it's refreshing to take in sneaker media without a lot of the painfully cliche and overused vernacular and plagues the hobby. Now, there's no place in the world for hot cinnamon candy. Candy is meant to be sweet. Nick, I
Thank
know you're
you.
not with us today, but they think that was a shot at you, sir.
That man has a
Thank you,
good head on his
Mike.
shoulders.
I'm just concerned about his typing. But anyway, I really do appreciate the comment, guys. Mike, thank you so much. Everyone else who has been sending us comments, putting reviews. We really do appreciate that. It helps the show grow. So much love to you guys.
It's free. It just takes a little time, and
It's
it helps
free.
us out so much. Nothing's better than free 99. And we do try to give our listeners that something different yet familiar with sneakers. I think our combined vibes make for a solid amount of coverage that kind of encompasses all the sectors of footwear. But
Fact.
it's February. There's some fun things going on. February marks some traditional sneaker holidays. There's All-Star Weekend, which is like the Super Bowl of shoes.
Yeah.
We have Valentine's Day, which there's always something.
Mm-hmm.
Nike showed off their Air Force One of this year. Very minimal white Air Force One with a little pink heart on the back. I am feeling it.
It's good,
That's a good looking shoe. But I'm excited to see what other brands do. It's a holiday. All of these quote unquote shoe holidays are celebrated across the brand. So it's not just a Nike thing. Each brand typically throws their entry into the hat. But go ahead.
You know what I haven't seen yet though, and I don't. I probably just I don't know if they maybe had time with production, but I haven't seen any Black History Month previews yet.
To come. We'll cover that more in a later episode as information develops. But you're right. There isn't a lot out this very second, but the moment release information starts hitting the block, we'll let everybody know. I mean, we have that. In recent years, Black History Month, Celebration, and All-Star Weekend have kind of fused into like one mega shoe holiday. But we'll see. It is interesting. We know that shipment there's delays everywhere. There's delays with shoes.
For sure.
If you're buying a table from somewhere, it's delayed. If you're ordering groceries, everything is just slowing down right now. So
yeah. Well, and also be aware that with the NBA, and I saw one pushback so far with Nike, that with the possibility of an All-Star game being held in Atlanta in March, we're already seeing some like the Nike Dunk All-Star Edition that mimics the Air Force One low that has like the patent black, white, and glow in the dark sole. It's already been pushed back to I think like March 3rd to go ahead and coincide with that potential All-Star game in Atlanta. So we could have a big shakeup for February is usually the first month to just bam, just take all our money. So we may have a shakeup this year.
Yeah, I mean, I won't be mad at a month delay in stealing my money. So that's okay.
Yeah.
But interesting. Yeah. I didn't think of that. I just saw on the Jump they were talking about All-Star Weekend potentially being in Atlanta. So good connection there. We have some birthdays though. So I mean, one of my least favorite people on earth, and I mean that affectionately. Vlade Divac, born February 3rd, 1968. He has a weird ass shoe history, man. He showed love to Chris Webber and wore the Dadas, early 2000s Nike stuff. When he was with the Lakers, he wore some champion shoes. All over the place with Vlade. But I gotta kind of respect a man that smokes cigarettes in the tunnel, so power to him for that. But
athlete right there.
As a long-term Laker fan, he did us a favor by leaving, and it felt good to beat him with the Kings. So no love lost with Vlade, but happy birthday, man. Next one here, we have Kevin Martin, another pronounced Sacramento King, was born February 1st, 1983. Kevin Martin was before his time. I think if he would have been born, 8 years later, he would have been able to flourish a lot more on the court. When he played, like the heat check three wasn't a good look, and now it's a totally valid shot in the NBA. So he would have excelled. His footwear always did excel though. So Jordan PEs out the wazoo. Even his like Team Jordan stuff was really fire. So there's a shoe called the Air Jordan Icons, and he had a PE of that is just so clean. The Kings with the black and purple really do have great options when it comes to colorways. But most Kmart fans will probably recall his plethora of Jordan 12s. I mean, there must be 4 or 5 of them. Gorgeous, gorgeous shoes. There was some good stuff when he played with the Rockets, a pair of Jordan 13s, which look very close to the Jason Kidd, which is also very close to the Red Flint colorway that released a couple years ago. Actually, no, there's one here saying that there's a Red Flint, which looks like the Kevin Martin. Supposed to,
we're coming that soon.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out in May of this year. There was a very similar, the Jason Kidd PE, basically, released in a very similar fashion a couple of years ago.
You talk about the Great Toe 12s that kind of mimic that as well?
Kind of.
Not 12s, sorry, Great Toe 13s.
Yeah, those were initially Jason Kidd. I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, those were initially Jason Kidd PE. But, I mean, he has a Jordan 23 that's just white and purple and just correct. Is it such a gorgeous shoe?
I need a 23.
You'll have did the Titans already release? I kind of forgot.
Dude, I don't even know. Like they didn't release here at least. I was looking. There's nothing on the Sneakers app. I think if you want to get them, you have to try to buy them through Titan, which I don't even know what the duties are going to look like on that bad boy. Getting it from the Philippines.
Probably not the best look, but it's a fantastic shoe. They did the all red Bulls colorway a couple years ago with the gum outsole.
It's on my watch list. I just don't like the shy printed on the lateral side on the heel of each shoe. It's like shy and has like an outline of the skyline.
Don't be shy about it.
But it's on a watch list. I won't lie to you. Like it's like $100-something. I think a little under 200, and it's one of them things, Rob. You know how it goes. We wake up one day just feeling a little itchy on the trigger finger, and just you have a shoe in your pocket.
That was a heavy outlet shoe. I remember specifically finding those with the tops cut off, and was never my thing. But the 23 is a gorgeous shoe that doesn't get nearly enough shine. But I think with this Titan 23 and we'll see it more often than we'll see stuff like the 18, 19, 15, stuff like that. So
16s, need 16s.
We do. One other kind of, it's not a birthday, but I would say it was the single greatest performance in Madison Square Garden up until Steph Curry was baptized in Madison Square Garden. I go back and I watch that Steph Curry game when he first really became Steph Curry. And that game, it gives me goosebumps now watching it on YouTube. Like I watched it a couple months ago and I was like, God, that boy is special. And now he's even more spectacular, but just him, Steph Curry deciding to just say, fuck it, I'm gonna let it fly. I'm going to do it my way.
Today's the day.
Was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then one Carmelo Anthony eclipsed the moment we're about to speak of. I believe a season later or later that year, he set the Madison Square Garden record with 63 points. But as an opponent, Kobe Bryant has the record of 61 points in Madison Square Garden, wearing the Del Sol Kobe 4. One of the more beautiful shoes on earth. It was February 2nd. Sandwiched right between the bursts of Kmart and Vlade. Just a transcendent game. I mean, Kobe has so many transcendent games. But here's the most impressive stat of that game. Kobe went 20 of 20 from the free throw line. That's the kind of stuff where you only go 20 of 20 if you're shooting free throws at 4 a.m. every day for 20 years. I mean, that's the kind of stuff. He went 19 of 31, which is a very Kobe stat line. You got to hoist it 30 times, but they won. So, he got the W. The Lakers at that point were fresh off getting Powell and just coming into their own at 38-9. I can go into the Lakers part of it all day, but just Kobe going 20 for 20 from the free throw line. That's Mamba. That's as much Mamba mentality as dunking over on Dwight Howard, Yao Ming, stuff like that. That's mental fortitude. You just don't accidentally go 20 for 20.
Yeah.
But
ice in his veins.
Ice cold. He has that Hall of Fame badge if he's playing 2K. But rest in peace, Kobe. I don't think there's going to be a time again where we see somebody take 30 shots. I mean, James Harden, Steph.
I was like,
No, but thing is, James Harden, to his credit,
but
does it on way less shots than what Kobe did.
oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I see
James
what you're
Harden will still
saying.
hoist
That's
it
what
and let
people
that
just.
mother fly, but he gets it done on like 20 shots.
Now I'm gonna start keeping stat lines of people. I'm like, who's gonna be the next person just to be like, you know what? It's my ball.
It's
Get out of here.
it's one of my favorite stats to look at. Is just how many shots did you put up? Especially with KD and Kyrie, with James Harden now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody said there's only one ball, and that's true. So, what does the shot distribution look like? And for the Lakers that day,
Yeah.
it was 31 for Kobe. So,
Feed the
bless
mamba.
his soul. Just that was such a fun game, man. Just to do it. I mean, he had the Rucker Park moment, and then to go and bless Madison Square Garden with that performance is just it's a beautiful thing.
Icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake, man. Um, Legend in New York, on the court, on the playground, doesn't matter. Kobe's gonna body you. So we're gonna talk about Jordans, and more specifically, gray Jordans. I made this list of entirely gray Jordans in preparation, I guess in delayed preparation, of the Jordan 3 Cool Gray, a shoe I've been wanting since I started really caring about shoes. So probably, 2007 was when I really, really started like keeping track of shoes. Always wanted this pair, and when I saw it on the speculative release calendar about a year ago, I was like, "Oh shit, sign me up, give me 2 pairs." So, like most good things in life, like Halo Infinite, I can wait another couple months. It's no big thing. So that shoe got me thinking, and it gave birth to this list. Before I jump all the way into the list, Mike, are you interested in that Cool Gray 3? Is that a shoe that tickles your interest?
Yeah, and it's for two reasons. A, I got into shoes about the same time, like really just like the like tunnel vision around that same time as well. And B, I missed out on the Cool Gray 4, so I have to redeem myself. So
The 4 is a gorgeous shoe, and believe it or not, it's on this list. So let's just go ahead and jump it off. It's not going to be the longest episode today. We're going to give you some little short candy here. We're going to start off with the Jordan 14 Wolf Gray from 2014. This released where like the sport blue stuff was really popular. This shoe made the list at number 10 above other gray Jordans because of the cool little hints of blue it gives you. So the 14, never really my favorite model. I do appreciate it more with the perforations going through it like these have. I don't want like a no-so or a flat or a Ferrari 14. If I'm going to take a pair of 14s, it better have those divots in it. Just an all-around decent shoe. What do you think of these?
Yeah, I like them, but I like the 2011 Georgetown gray ones better.
Mm-hmm.
They had the darker navy blue on it, the more granite gray. These are okay. This was, like you said, the time of sport blue was heavy, and I feel like they were just dumping the same colorways on everything. It was one I saw outlets kind of floating around, not as heavy as, like you said, at 23, but it was okay. And then there was a crowd for it, so it was okay.
They really were supporting the first retro of the sport blue Jordan 6 because you had those, you had these 14s, you had the 3s. Yeah, you have the 4s. Just there's a lot of cool gray or gray. Doesn't have so in this list it doesn't have to be quote unquote cool gray. Just my brain defaults to saying that when talking about shoes. There's the light. There's the. I think you were just talking about these, the graphite navy. That's like the technical term of them. But there's also a really cool like gray, black, and pink GS colorway. Those are something exceptional too. And then you have the graphite chartreuse from 2005. Yeah, those are also great, technically. Just graphite, black, a little bit of green. Good looking shoe. But just
Yep.
coming in at number 10, not the best, not the worst. At number yes,
Serviceable.
very serviceable. I would say these later intro entries are just all very serviceable shoes. Um,
Hmm.
this next shoe, the Jordan 12 dark gray from 2017, comes in at number 9, and I put this one here over like the dark gray or the PSNY or the Bobcat or the
Okay. Yeah.
wool
Yeah.
pair. There's so many freaking gray. There's the gray with the orange. There's the gray with the baby blue. There's a
Yep.
lot of grays, but I went with the dark gray because 90% of the shoe is that solid gray color, and that's what I was looking for
Yeah.
when picking out these shoes. So it doesn't have to be all gray, but shoes like the Flint Jordan 7, those were a little too white to make it on this list. So
Hmm.
like they would have been on here if they had a bit more gray, but these 12s are just suede. I don't like suede on my 12s. I don't like this construction on my 12s. What do you think about them?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I actually own the Bobcat pair. Um, they're okay. I'd much rather leather on my 12s. Something about the suede is just, I don't know. Just I'm not a huge fan of. So I think I'm right there with you on this one.
It's it's an okay shoe. It's a great Jordan if it's your first Christmas and you're getting a pair for your nephew, or if you just want to look fresh with your gray sweats and you don't care all that much. These are the kind of
Get them.
Jordans like these are the entry level signature Jordans, the retros. That they have everything. It's a Jordan 12. Like don't ever take anything away from that. It's a fully fledged Jordan 12. But the materials and the color it's perfect for somebody looking for a matching shoe with their tech fleece. So,
You know what's crazy about
what's
this
that?
though? We look at this list. We look at 20. This is 2017, and then that Wolf Gray 14. We talked about 2014. Those shoes, you walk into the store. They come out Saturday. Walk in. You probably have about until Monday to grab them, and then some of them still sat because they just weren't the traditional colorways. Now there's no chance to get them. I'm just thinking about that, like that wool gray, that you know whatever ones are talking about that list, they typically set around, but in this day and age, you couldn't have a chance to grab them as like when you say entry point Jordans. I don't think there's such a thing anymore.
In 2020, 2019, 2021, you are 1,000,000% correct. That it's not a thing anymore. And it's a bummer. Specifically, this pair I remember seeing at finish line like a full month after it released. And that stuff,
Yeah,
you're right. It just doesn't happen anymore. And it is what it is. If you want to make your $40, $50 on StockX
do your
buying
thing.
up GRs, whatever. This next one is a GR. It's not even a retro Jordan. It's the Jordan 6 rings, man. And hear me out. It's the cool gray 11 ripoff. So it has the patent leather gray mudguard, all that good stuff. But even if you like kind of just close your eyes really tight and hope for the best, you can kind of see a Jordan 11. Like it's a good looking shoe. Like this isn't just an entry level Jordan. This is like I would legitimately rock these. Given I never will pay like full retro price for 6 rings like Jordan tries to do.
No.
But if this is an $80 shoe on the hash wall, I'm a buyer. And there's many gray 6 rings to choose from. I mean, there's at least 4 different pairs. There's a gray orange one that's available right now on Hibbert Sports. There's a 3M pair.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like a same kind of Bobcat, like the gray Jordan 12 vibe going on with the 6 ring, like a baby blue, cool gray thing. Just a lot of gray options. So if you want a gray Jordan, look into the 6 ring. You'll be pleasantly surprised on how actually good it is. How good it actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, people sleep on the six ring, but I'm with you, Robbie. The only reason I don't buy them because they're $180. I'm like, there's no way in the world I'm giving you 180 for a six ring. But if I can catch one on a hash wall and I can hoop in it, easy. Like it looks like such a great hooping shoe because it has the points of the 13, has points of the 11, so on and so forth. And so shoe performs amazing on court, but you're not getting me for over $100.
You'd be playing yourself if you paid $100 for this shoe. But let me kick game. So the 6 rings, it's as implies. 6 rings, the 6 shoes Jordan wore throughout his championship seasons. So it's the 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13. Those are the shoes that make up the 6 rings. And unlike other Fusion, let's just call it Fusion models by Jordan, like this perfectly encapsulates the best element. Like having just the strap of the 8, perfect. Having just the heel clip of the 9, perfect. The 13 pods, great. The 11 mudguard, fantastic. The 12 eyelets, fantastic. You know, like there's just so many good, like all of like the greatest hits are truly there. There's some shoes like the 6, 17, 23 or something, or
I hate that shoe so much.
And then the Son of Mars and the I think the Dub Zero is awful. So like you took the worst parts of various Jordan models and put that together. But the 6 rings, man, like it really does a good job of being. It does a good job of being a shoe, but it truly does. I'm like, well, what's it being good at, Robbie? It's good at being a shoe. It's good at looking good.
It's a good performance shoe. If you want to if you put it like this, say you got cool gray Jordan 11s in your collection. I don't want to hoop in those. I don't want to tear them up. But you want that same kind of, close look. Buy a cool gray, 6 rings. People on the court ain't gonna be looking that close at your feet. You get that same kind of vibe from it.
Exactly. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. If you know what you're looking for and this product fulfills it for you, go for it.
Get it.
This next shoe, again, calling back to what Mike was saying about a time where you could get entry-level Jordans. At number 7, we have the cool gray Jordan 8 from 2017. This shoe, I just love how it reminds me of like a fuzzy bunny, like a instead of a Bugs Bunny, a fuzzy gray bunny. It's everything good about the 8. This material works on the 8. The 8 has always had a great diversity of materials on it. So if you want to throw all cool gray suede or nubuck on it, I'm for it. I just didn't buy it because, I thought I could get it later on sale, and I didn't, and now I don't own it. But given the chance, I'd happily purchase this cool gray 8.
What size are you? 12 and a half?
Yeah, 12 and a half.
Yeah, people have lost their ever-loving mind. So size 12, brand new on Goats, $390 for this shoe. I remember these. I didn't like them so much. I feel like the 8 is a shoe because it has so many different layers to it. It's meant to have different color schemes, like different subsets of color on it. And I just that one color gray just didn't do it for me on that one. I like the 8, but yeah, it just seemed like it was like a picture someone took and just made monochrome black and white, and then you got this thing.
To each their own. So I don't see anything wrong with that, but you make a good point. The 8 does typically have a good mix-up of color with the materials, and this is very flat. But as the list goes on, the flatness excels because it's ultimately a gray shoe. Every single one of these shoes.
Yeah.
Like, how much can you spice up fucking gray? So they do what they can. This next one is the Jordan 13 coming in at number 6. And we again had a couple options. I thought about including even girls because there's like a gray fusion pink pair that's super clean. There's a wolf gray 13 that's a GS size that's also really good. I almost could have gone with Flint's, but not enough gray. I could have gone with the neutral gray Jordan 13, but not enough gray. What I decided with was the Atmosphere gray. And this shoe came out in 2019. And it was one of my sleeper Jordans. Nick and I did an episode a couple months ago talking about colorways you probably forgot about. And this was towards the top of my list. It's just finding a way. This is where in our list shoes start finding a way to be more spicy while still just being a gray Jordan. Yeah. the difference in materials, like you were talking about, really helps the shoe shine. But I'm gonna talk less on this one
Yeah.
and let you go for it. So what do you think?
Yeah, no, I was looking at a picture of it right now, and this one of those Jordans that I remember when they came out, kind of seeing them poking around. It's like, 'cause they didn't sell out immediately. They didn't quite go on sale either, though. So it was one of the ones I was kind of waiting to see if they went on sale, but never got that lucky. But I think you're right. It took a gray shoe, some material changes with the perforated leather up top or dimpled leather up top, the darker gray, when you have the cooler gray and the suede. I think it just does wonders for it. Um, Yeah, I like this one. I think I agree with you. It was definitely a sleeper pair because I'm looking at resale prices in my size 10 and starting at $600. I don't know
What
when
the?
that shoe got that impressive, but they
Oh
can
my
kick rocks.
god! I mean, that's. I mean, there's no shame in posting something and being like, maybe someone will bite on it, but like you have to know that
I mean, if you,
that's $600.
I don't
For
understand.
$600, you can buy so many better things, and that's not to,
I can buy a Grinch and have change left.
bro. You can probably pay your card. You can come. Most people could probably pay their car note for close to 3 months. I'd rather pay my car note for 3 months than have this
Yep.
pair. And that's no shade towards the atmospheric gray. That was a fantastic rhyme, but it's a fine shoe. It's a $250 on resale. You missed out. Pay a little premium on it, but 600. Miss me with that bullshit. But this next one, I'm
Facts.
curious what it looks like on the resale market. In at number 5
What you got?
is the Jordan 5 Wolf Gray from 2011. This just re-released in low top golf form, which has like 400. I can see here, 400 and no 245. Excuse me. Whew. 245.
I was
But
like,
still,
what?
no, the Wolf Gray, the shoe we're actually talking about at number 5, is like $450. And that's reasonable
Oh yeah.
because this is a good looking shoe. And the reason why I put this shoe higher than, let's say, the Cool Gray 8 is because the Wolf Gray 5 is just another shining example of how good the 5 looks in basic colors. You can put this thing in all red,
Mhm.
fire. Put it in Raging Bull, which is again all red, fire. Put it in all blue.
Fire.
Wasn't for me, but still freaking dope. The metallics are obviously just a black pair of Jordans with a little bit of silver. Fire. The white
Hmm.
metallics, the same thing, just with white leather. So like the Jordan 5 being in cool gray form just really, really works in my eyes. It fits the motif, it fits the lineage, and it looks good. Like it's a really good
Hmm.
looking shoe, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at some pictures of it. Like when it ages a little bit, and the plastic, the vent on the side, the icy sole gets a little yellow. It does wonders. It just makes it pop, that gray pop even more. So I'm not a big five person, but I like the color scheme here, and just little age. It's very nice.
Chef's kiss. It's
Hmm.
it, it's a cool shoe, and I mean, I guess now is a good time to think about some of the shoes that didn't make the list. The Jordan 10. So they've done more than one cool like gray
Like the
Jordan
cement
10.
pair.
Man. So I mean, they tried doing the 2018 pair where it's like all cool gray on the top and
Yeah.
then just like little colors on the outsole.
Yep.
Nasty. There's the cool gray infrared, which
Hmm.
was all that infrared craze. I don't know about that, dog. Not me. There's the cement pair you were just alluding to.
Hmm.
Why? Um, the Dark Shadow, the OGs.
Yep.
Those come closest to being something good. Um, but man, I'm a hater on the 10. If you can't tell, I think that shoe's
Dude,
ugly.
really?
Always has been, always will be.
Didn't know that. I love the 10. I just think they get such disservice when it comes to colorways. Like the City Pack is the only thing worth buying because they don't know what to do with it. Like you said, we got a full infrared one. I'm like, why? Well,
What
we
do we
didn't
do?
want that. Honestly, this is gross. Put it back. But now I'm right there with you. But one of my least favorite Jordans, Jordan 9, looks like it didn't make the list, the cool gray. Um, I think that's probably one of the better looking ones next to the olive. Just not for me.
No, the nine's on this list.
Oh. Oh, I can't read. I thought that said
But
something else.
but we now know that you don't like it. We'll come
Squeeze
back to it.
me.
We'll come back. How about this? I know you won't like this one. The Jordan 15 Flint Gray.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I don't absolutely hate the 15. I think it's.
What?
I don't absolutely hate the 15. I like the 15 lows better, so yes, I will not like that Flint Gray one. I'm a 15 low guy.
Oh, that shoe is awful. And then we have things again that are really close, like the Shadow Gray one. That would have just been too easy to throw in here. We have stuff like the 2.0. Then there's things that are super close, like the Cherrywood 16s. You brought up 16s earlier.
There you go.
The Cherrywood, it's
Close.
It's gray, but it's brown-ish.
Yeah,
like,
I think that Cherrywood color overtakes it to too much to be that gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's just a bit too prominent. This was also like super. I had to like play with it. I wasn't gonna put it on the list, but it got me thinking. Yeah. The Jimmy Butler, Minnesota Timberwolf, PE.
Which Jordan?
Not PE. The Jordan 6. I believe it was the Jordan 6.
Oh yeah. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
The diffused blue, which to my colorblind ass looks gray.
It's nice. I should have bought that one, but it's blue. Like you can, I guess you can make a case for it being kind of gray, but it's definitely blue with a little couple drops of gray mixed into the color palette.
Man, I'm so damn blind. You could have told me that shoe was, and that's why it got me thinking. I'm like, is it? I know it says diffuse blue, but
it's blue.
I'm pretty sure this thing is
It's almost like faded indigo if you look at it in hand.
Yeah, that's a good description of it. The last one here, I almost included, but I was like, nah, dog. The Jordan 21 light graphite. So it's a straight up gray shoe. The Jordan 21, the vents on it are cool, but it was a weird time at Jordan Brand. Like that's not a.
We don't talk about that.
What do you think?
Well, I got two more. So one of them, I'm kind of reaching, but it's the Jordan 19.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
It's kind
the
of a
netting
reach,
is gray.
Yeah, it's kind of a reach, but I got one that's just gonna make you absolutely just vomit. The Jordan 1 Retro 95 Cool Gray. It wasn't a mid, so that's why I chose it. It was still a high. You remember this?
Jordan 1 95.
When you see, you can like throw your computer, like, ugh.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I remember now. Okay, they did that a couple times. So like one and then a number. So it's the one impression by the 11.
Exactly.
And Jesus Christ! Why you got to show me this?
All fun and games.
These are like the bootleg Jordans of all bootleg Jordans. Like, Jesus Christ. Here's another close one, and it does fully qualify. It's just nobody bought the shoe. The Jordan 4 Neon, the Volt 95 Air Max Jordan 4. It's all gray. It's very shades of gray with the Volt / Neon on it. But nobody bought that shoe. That shoe, a miss.
Yeah, if there wasn't suede on the midsole, I think it would have been a better buy. But whoever decided to throw suede on the back of the midsole is not a genius.
Yeah, that's not the best look on earth. But we'll jump back into the list now at number 4. You just told us what you think about it, but why don't you like the Jordan 9?
It hurts my foot. I don't know.
Foot?
Yeah, dude. It just they're like, oh, people say it's comfortable. Like, no, the Jordan 10 is comfortable. Like the Jordan 9, you need to be 250 pounds to break in. Like, there's just no way I can break that shoe in.
I'm on team Jordan 9 is comfortable. I've always enjoyed it.
I can't. It hurts.
They're just too bulky, man. Like I had the cool grays at one point and I sold them. I had the Kilroys. I had sold those. I was either the Crawfish or Motorboat Jones. I had one of those two, sold them. Had the Kobe Jordan, the Laker inspired. And I only bought that because it was Laker colorway. But it's too clunky. Like to your point, I'm not 200 pounds, so like I don't need that big of a shoe, but the booty is comfortable. Like I'll have to disagree with you on that. The booty construction is everything I want it to be. It's
Maybe I got a bad
my
pair.
book.
Maybe I just got a bad pair. I've only had one. I bought it because it was on sale. It was that the statue pair. I walked in the Foot Action. It was like $100. So like, why not? I've never had a 9. I immediately regretted it.
Did you was it your true size? As I go a half size up in my.
Yeah, it was my true size. So maybe I should have went a half size up in it.
I would have gone. I recommend if you have fatter. Well, you don't have fat feet, but
No.
the half size up feels better in my book when it comes to the Jordan 9. But we're now in the top 3, and the top 3 are predictable. I didn't want to like try to make a crazy list again where I throw weird shoes in there. But coming in at number 3 is the shoe that's releasing, the shoe that sparked this conversation, the Jordan 3 Cool Gray, released in 2007 and 2020. It's just I'm a huge fan of the Jordan 3, shocker, but just like the citrus hints and the red hints do enough difference to break up the gray and make it look just amazing. There's an old picture of Drake wearing them from like when Drake was really skinny. Probably like this is fresh out of Degrassi Drake. And wheelchair. This is out the chair on the stoop. Because he's sitting on a stoop in this photo. But like I remember seeing this photo back in the day and being like, oh, those things are so freaking fresh. I cannot wait to get a pair. And here we are in 2021, and we finally have a chance. I'm asking everybody to help me buy this pair. Do you want this pair?
Yeah. I just need to know when it actually comes out. I don't know when it actually releases at this point.
And it has Jumpman on the back. Do you care if it has Jumpman?
Dude, that's the last thing I care about. My Jordan, my Black Cement 3s from 2011 still the Jumpman on the back, and I didn't buy the Nike Air. I didn't think I needed a second pair, so I can give a crap.
True. I didn't buy a second pair either. But, man, this such a gorgeous shoe. It's the orange. I'll call back to it one more time. The orange is just so pretty. It's a bop, as the kids would say, right? It's a bop, right?
I don't know what that means, but yeah,
That's
sure.
what kids say.
What's these kids saying?
I think it's with music. Oh, that song's a bop. Like it's a hit or something. I don't know. This next one's a certified bop. You're mad you didn't buy it. I'm happy I own it. It's the Jordan 4 Cool Gray, last retroed in 2019. I believe the OG was 2004. Maybe it was 2005, but I think it was 04. One of my favorite Jordans of all time. Period. I'm just happy to own them. It's a fantastic shoe.
My kid has them, but he kind of grew out of them. So I mean, I got to watch someone enjoy them. So
hey, your next baby's gonna have them.
Nah, they beat dog. Like what? When I say like
sandbox.
I mean, we're just have to move on to another pair.
It's like that. Okay, you're a good dad, keeping them fresh laced.
Oh no! I just like when I say like when he plays outside, like these things, like shoelaces, like he plays, like he does what he's supposed to do, and I'm like, all right, cool, we can move on. These served their purpose. We can. I don't know what we're gonna do with them, but they're there.
He is not playing when it comes to his playing.
Nah.
The Cool Gray 4 isn't playing either, though. I put the white laces on them, and it makes them pop even more. I wish I would have bought 2 pairs. I was very fortunate to get the text from a friend who was like, hey, they're at the employee store. Do you want them? And I'm like, yes, I do.
I need more friends like that. Like, hey, yes. But then I'd be broke, too, so probably don't need those friends.
Yeah, you go broke quick. But
there's one 4, though, we didn't talk about when it comes to Gray 4s.
What?
The calls for. I know, kind of impossible to get, but
duh. I
just forgot about it until a second ago. I was like, oh, crap, the calls for in a gray, which is a beautiful gray with the laser print in it.
Mike, I think you're on. I mean, remembering that now, because you're right, it was so unobtainable. It just totally flew off of my radar. But I would put that at number 1. That shoe, I mean, it has the hype, it has the substance, has the construction. It's all gray. Glow in the dark outsole too. I love me a good glow in the dark.
Good old glow in the dark.
But that's very interesting. I've totally forgot about that. So asterisk number one is really the cause for.
One
But
A.
yeah, 1B is the Cool Gray 11, a shoe that's also retroing this year. Last seen in 2010, OG from 2002, 2000. Yeah, no, pardon me,
Two.
2001.
Oh, okay.
It was '01. Just the best non-OG Jordan 11, which by proxy makes it like one of the best Jordans of all time. Whether it has really soft, was it like it's not suede, but it's like
It's like a new buck or
it's
something.
like terry almost. Like
Yeah.
whether it has terry or ballistic, whether it's mid top or the inferior low, they're all dope, man. Like it's just the patent leather works so well, and it's why I like the Jordan 9 Cool Gray.
Patent.
The gray mudguard just looks so good.
It does. I will be. That is probably. I feel like every sneaker I want this year is gray. Neutral gray ones, cool gray 3, cool gray 11. I mean, if I get one of them, I'm happy. I really would rather have in order of importance, 11s for me, then the 3s, and then neutral grays fall to the wayside.
I would say 3-1-11.
Yeah,
I'll probably end up doubling. I'll probably buy this year's retro.
I have to.
Because my 2010 pair is flawless still, so it's like,
But you just got it, didn't you?
yeah, like 2019, so
Yeah.
a year ago. 2020 doesn't count, so yeah, last year.
We just erased that one from the books.
When it comes to shoes, yeah, 2019. But that's our list. I'll give you a quick rundown one more time. At 10, we have the Wolf Gray 14. At 9, we have the Dark Gray 12. At 8, we have the Cool Gray 6 Rings. At 7, the Cool Gray 8. At 6, the Atmosphere Gray 13. At 5, the Wolf Gray 5. At 4, the Cool Gray 9. At 3, the Cool Gray 3. At 2, the Cool Gray 4. At 1A, we have the Cause. And at 1B, we have the Cool Gray 11. What's your favorite, if you could have one pair of all of these, not counting the Cause, because
unattainable?
Yeah.
It'd be a tough decision because the top 3 are just those are 3 of my favorite Jordan models. I think if it had come down to it, of course I want the 11s, but when it comes to wearability, I think I would have to say the 4s. I think you can just wear it with anything.
Yes, you can. That shoe is versatile. I'm going to go with the 13 just because you said the $600. So if someone's going to give me a pair, I'll take them. But I am not paying $600 for that Atmosphere Gray 13. I want it. Not like that.
I cannot believe that cost that much money. The Last Dance has screwed up Jordan prices forever.
I mean, I don't like saying this, but I'm going to say it. Like, you can get an Off-White Dunk, and it's not like Off-White's the end-all, be-all, best shoes in the world, but, like, that has some rarity to it. That has some hype to it. That has some extracurriculars to it. Exactly. Like, why? If you learn anything from listening to us, don't spend $600 on GR Jordans, you fools. But
do it.
Don't do it, man. There's no but. Just don't do it.
Yeah, just
say no to drugs. Don't buy expensive Jordans.
Or buy more drugs with the money you're gonna save from those Jordans. Like whatever, just don't buy the Jordans.
Real talk, you can buy enough drugs to like start it small. You buy like a 600 bag, and then you double that to a 1200, and then 2400. Who knows? But we don't condone the sale of narcotics through this podcast. Only do what's legal. But that's a weird ending. I'm going to stop there, though. Michael, it's fun talking to you. It's always nice when it's just two of us get a little personal time. But tell the people where to find you. Congratulations on reaching 400 subscribers on YouTube, too. Help him get to 500. Hopefully by the time he listens to this recording, he's at 500.
I hope so. That'd be nice. Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody who watches. But yeah, man. Find me, Sneaker History, of course. Instagram, Twitter at MadWatcher789, and then YouTube, where you beautiful people have got me to 400 subscribers, at Mike Guillory.
You can find me at RAHBEE702, and of course, follow Sneaker History. Look into joining our Discord, our Patreon, so many fun things.
Dude.
We have some fun events in the works with our Patreon members. So you'll hear that coming up. And last but not least, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel of Sneaker History. We would love to have you on here more. Great videos, classic commercials, tons of good stuff. So thank you for listening, and have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.
See you, everybody.